First free throw attempt rattles around and goes through for Jordan Potts. She's very persistent. Well, not persistent, consistent. By Northland on the free throw line. Deontay airballs the three. We have a loose ball foul here by Logan. Down by 12 with 45.1 seconds.
And I mean, the way this Logan team plays, Tony, I don't really know that if it goes under a minute and you're down by 10 points, that they're really out of it, especially if it's a back-and-forth foul situation. We see a lot of these Logan guys dropping their head, and you can kind of tell they're not, I don't know if they're really into it right now, Tony, or not. I mean, Hatcher's still over here. He's coaching them up. I mean, yeah, they've expanded. The lead's 12 now. But there at one point, it was 8, 9, 10 points, and everybody was shooting free throws. Come down, set a pick, get a good-looking shot. Boom, all of a sudden, you're back 5, 6 points.
Yeah. They got their work cut out for them, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Devin Scott. Paul Williamson. 30 seconds. 71-60. And Paul Williamson going to get the foul. .24 seconds left. I say if he hits these two, it's
about game, set, match, ain't it, Tony?
That'd be game of the year and across the country if Logan would come back from that.
I'd say we'd make ESPN, wouldn't we?
I say we're going to make WVSN.
Bold statement, bold predictions.
Well played, my friend. As Burke misses that first one. Connects on the second. Now with about 20 seconds to go. Stevie Browning, pump fake. He goes in, fires up jump shot, no good. Matthew Green with the offensive rebound. Deontay Coleman firing up a long three, no good. Back rim. Trevor Rangers can't hang on to it. And you know what? He did not run up a score. He got the green light from his coach to make that layup. He looked over at me and said, what do I do? Do I pull out? And that showed respect to the Northland Vikings. They didn't have to do that because they'll never see these Logan Wildcats again, quite possibly. 74-60 is your score. Logan falls at the hands of the undefeated Northland Vikings. They now proved to 13-0. Again, score 74-60.
I'll tell you, Tony, I thought in the first half, Logan played. They played to the level of their competition. We talk about it all the time that we feel like whoever comes in here, they play to their level. Well, tonight, they played. It was like a heavyweight fight or maybe a tough man fight because that's what happens here in the field house. It was back and forth, a lot of punches. I just think they run out of gas somewhere midway through the third quarter. A lot of good things to look at. Gary Miller, he didn't pick up his first foul till 3 minutes, 25 left in the third quarter.
Yep.
So, they've come a long way because we're used to seeing him normally fouled out by them. So, I don't know. They come up on the short end of the stick. They've done a lot of things right, but just not enough to get the victory here tonight.
And, again, 74-60, Logan on the bad end, but with every victor comes a wvsportsnet.com player of the game. And tonight, our wvsportsnet.com player of the game is going to go to Mr. Foster. Go ahead and let him in.
Be for the Northland Vikings as they traveled a long way from Columbus, Ohio to Logan, West Virginia. The Northland Vikings, number 3, Trey Burke, team captain. He's a senior, 6'1", 175. We wish him the best of luck next year as he'll probably continue his basketball career at either D1, D2 school somewhere. Basketball will pay for his education. Trey Burke, you're our wvsportsnet.com player of the game. Congratulations, Tony. Hit me with the stat line.
Well, he had 8 2-point field goals and a 3-pointer to give himself 19, but he wasn't done there. He went 4 of 5 from the line. And with that, he ended up with 23 points for the Victors. Trey Burke, again, as John said, the senior point guard, shooting guard captain for the Northland Vikings. We believe he's committed to Michigan. He definitely looked like a solid player. He's out there literally dribbling around people when they were trying to foul him there toward the end.
He kind of looked like a John Beeline player when you think about it, Tony. You know, every time he got in space, he pulled the shot. That's, you know, Kevin Pittsnoggle, Mike Gansey.
Knows how to run the zone.
Yeah, Joe Airbear, all them players. You know, he fits right along that mold. I'm sure when he gets at the next level, they'll put a little more meat on his bones, and that'll help him. But nonetheless, his shot is deadly. You can't leave him open. So, you know, Big Ten, be aware. You know, Mr. Burke, he'll be bursting onto the scene hopefully next year. You know, but this year he's playing for Northland Vikings. They moved to, what'd you say, 13-0, Tony?
Yes, sir.
You know,
according to me.
Yeah, Coach Sullinger, you know, you were talking about at the end of the game, his player looked over at him and said, Coach, do I shoot it or what? Hey, man, that screams character to me, Tony. From all the way down off the floor up here to the booth, that screams nothing but character and class. Mr. Sullinger, we wish you and your Northland Vikings the best of luck. Coach Hatcher and the Wildcats, they'll recover. They'll be back here again. The next time we got on will be February 1st, like we alluded to somewhere during the broadcast. It'll be the 119 Logan County rivalry as the Chapmanville Tigers will make the short 10 to 15-minute trek down to the island. And like we talked about, there's a little underlying story there, ain't they, Tony? This year, the rivalry gets a little bit bigger.
And it will be in Logan this year. Expect a lot of Chapman people to come down here and get in the ear of Logan. For Dustin Woody, he was a guard up at Chapmanville. We saw him play in a Chapmanville uniform against Scott, so I think he's going to be the first player in WV Sportsnet to be playing for 2 different teams.
Yeah.
But, you know, we don't know if he's going to be playing quite yet or not. You know, we'll definitely let you know the day of the broadcast. He's been with the team for a week practicing. It takes a little while to get used to Hatch's offense. But, you know, there's some people in Chapmanville not happy about it. Around the southern West Virginia, especially the Logan area, there are some people that are fired up and they're ready for that game. We hope there's never going to be a fight, but I'm telling you, there may be one couple erupting in the bleachers. It could get wild, it could get crazy, it could get wild, crazy, and Harry, check it, Mark D, all the above. It could get wild. But we had a good game here tonight. We got to see a very quality Northland, Ohio team. They were nationally ranked last year in the top 10. Satch Sellinger, the father of Jared Sellinger at Ohio State, doing an excellent job with his players, showing class. They came down here with their heads held high, and they walk out of here with the 74-60 victory. Again, congratulations to number 3, Trey Burke, the senior guard, on being our wvsportsnet.com player of the game with 24 points unofficially. And we thank you once again for tuning in here on WVSN, wvsportsnet.com. We love every single one of you guys for supporting us, and we hope to continue to bring you quality broadcasts along the way. And as crazy and dumb as we can somewhat get and sometimes get a little wild and out of control, well, it's all in good fun, and we're just trying to give back to y'all, you know, to keep in touch with your Southern West Virginia athletics. It's something to be proud of, and it's something that we're proud to bring you. Yep. Again, this is Tony Lane alongside with Jonathan Foster on wvsportsnet.com.
Your sports voice of the Valley.